today I'm going to be installing this here. So it's my VW Polo 6R 2010 Mark V. I believe it's a pre-facelift. The stereo we're going into, an RCD 210. Pretty standard radio. It's got no aux, no Bluetooth. Purely just a radio, just FM. It's got CD on it, but that's about it. On the back, just normal quad lock. And basically, the way this works is, this is your module, and you've got aux in here, USB for charging there, you've got a little indicator light to tell you that it's on. I think it flashes different colours to let you know it's got power, and then flashes blue, I believe, to tell you that it's got Bluetooth. This is the harness. Usually comes plugged in. It's got a little port on the back for the microphone, which is this little microphone here. Got a little clip here to put onto your. You can put it onto your headlining, or you can go into your A pillar. Choice is yours. So basically, stick your pad on the bottom here, so you can stick it down there somewhere if you don't want to use the ports on it. I am going to be going into my glove box. I want to use this bit here, so inside there's plenty of space. Basically this is just going to sit up in there, and hopefully the Velcro on the back's strong enough to show you to push into your USB and your aux. Anyway, so the way this works is, this is how my quad lock looks for the stereo. You've got your speaker side here, and that's your power and your ground and stuff like that. So basically this plugs into here, which is the CD changer port. If you look on here, get it right way around, which is not that way, but regardless, you should be able to see on there, it tells you kind of what the pins are on there, and this gives a good indication to let you know if you've got the CD changer unit or not, if it can be done, which this one can. So what I'll do is plug it into here, and then on the other end of this harness it's got your inline fuse and stuff. You don't need these two wires. These are for other cars, I believe. I think Volvo and maybe Audi, I think. And this did come with another little plug that looks like this, but it's black. It's only got a couple of wires on it, but we don't need that. And basically the only thing you do need is this. Basically this goes onto here, just earth straight to the chassis of the radio. I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So this is what you're going to be at. The connector is in the back of the quad lock. Make sure you push it all the way forward, like that. You should do it a solid click. That's how you know it's in, and you feel it should be flush. And then, like I say, you get this wire, which is your earth, and that goes straight to the chassis of your radio. So what I want to do now, I want to take my glove box out. Basically it's held with Torx screws. You've got one there, another one there, one right at the back there. There's one down there, and then I think there's another couple under here, so you got one there, and then there's another one just, don't think I get up camera, just there. You're going to unscrew them, and basically going to drop the glove box down just enough so I can get my hand behind and get this unit behind, so you can go down, and it's going to sit just here. I'll position it so that the face of this is as close to the front as I can get it, so that it's enough for you to be able to get into the aux in and your USB charging. And the good thing about this is, with it being in the glove box, you can run it, your charger here, and you can just leave your phone in the glove box, so you know, safe. You're not using your phone, you're just using the commands via Google or Siri or whatever you've got. Yeah, so we'll get that installed. So, just in taking the glove box out now. Sorry for the bit of the naff filming, I'm doing it on my phone. It's more of an impromptu video. First one, so don't slate me. another little tip, good that I do anyway. Use your gear, leave a gear stick gaiter to hold your screws in, because chances are if you try to get them down into here, you're going to lose them down there, you're going to lose them down the seat, which is a bit of a nightmare. So I find this quite good. I can separate it as well. So in here I've got screws for my radio, which I dropped one of, which is annoying, and then here I'm going to use the ones for my glove box as well. So I'll come back when the glove box is out. So for people who have polo, I don't know if this is the same on other cars, but you find that you're struggling to get your glove box out, this here, this little circular plastic piece is probably going to be a problem. So if you notice when I'm pulling, can't really tell in here, but basically, see that? Basically rocking. Can't really tell how much. Basically, you need to pull that over, glove box will drop down nice. So, I had a change of mind. Instead of going here in the factory spot for one of the blanking plates, it's the same. Basically, what was here was this little piece of plastic, which is for like an MMI style connector, I think, for like a better hedging or something, I'm presuming. And basically just pop that out. It's just held with these tiny little tabs of plastic. There's only 6 of them. Just pop it off, and what I'll do is, I haven't got a file on me, but I will at some point, or some sandpaper. I'll just sand that smooth so it looks clean, and basically that fits much better in there. And this way you can also see the indicator light for the Bluetooth, and the power and to make sure it's all working as it should do. Also, another benefit to doing it this way is it's not as in your face, whereas here you've got a gap all the way back to seeing it, but here it's pretty flat to the surface. What I'm going to do now, I've got to run this harness for it, and also I've got to run the microphone. I'm probably going to run the mic along the back here, put a cable tie up here to try and keep it all neat, and then what I'll do is I'll go up the A pillar, and I'm going to go along the headlining, and the microphone's going to stick out just here, facing the driver. It's a really good microphone on it actually, people have said that it comes out pretty clear, so you don't have to have it like down here at the steering wheel or stuck onto this bit of plastic here. You can have it here quite concealed rather than having it stuck to your A pillar or something like that. So let's get to doing that. Okay, so where we're at, I've got the plug in the quad lock. I've got to earth this to the radio chassis, and then what I want to do now is just plug it in and give it a test. So there's the box installed in the car now. Basically what I did, as you saw before, I popped out this plastic piece, and basically what I did on the bottom of this box is there's a Velcro sticky back pad that it comes with. I've also put down some foam little foam spacer pads as well, just because I wasn't happy with basically when you plug in a USB, as you'll see, it moves a little bit. If I just push it, you can see there's a bit of play in it, and I found that it moved in the little cradle. So what I did is put some pads in, and you can push it and it's fine. The cable goes right in properly and it doesn't fall out of its cradle, so you don't have to go back into it to then reposition it. So now for your setup, basically what you do is you go to your settings when this is on, and you go to your Bluetooth, and you'll see Connects2. That's what it's called. It's not called anything fancy, it's just the company name. And if it asks you for a password, the password that comes with is 0000. Now I'm not sure if you can change that or not. I've not bothered to, because you don't need to. And what you need to do is you need then, once it's connected, go to your radio, turn your radio on, and you'll go to media, or if you've got a different stereo to this, I think you might already have the CD as a button to go to. Basically, you go to media and press it until you see CD or CDC, which is CD changer. Now you'll have noticed you won't have had that before if you've got nothing plugged into it. So again, press media, CDT for CD changer, and then it says track 1, and then what you do after that is just turn it up and play some music out of it. Here we are. So it plays really good quality. It's just as good as the amplifier that's built into the stereo itself. Really good unit. It's dead easy to install. It's just a plug and play unit. The only thing you have to do is just route the wire, and you don't even have to do that. I've decided to run it to the glove box purely so I can use the USB and stuff on it. If you want for ease, you can just stuff it behind there. You can cut into this if you want to, and you can have it sat in here. Don't recommend it because then you're cutting up this. If you wanted to sell it for whatever reason, you couldn't do that. And that's it basically for this. So it works dead simple. All you got to do is that skips your track to the next one. That is the previous track, and you press this button once to answer a phone call, and then press it again, and that hangs it up. To decline a call, you press and hold it for 3 seconds, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. Unfortunately, you can't play and pause the music through the radio. However, it's a better alternative to not having any at all, and you can just turn the volume down, so it's not really a big deal. It's dead easy to fit, dead good unit. It's about £80 from In-Car Connections. That's the company I bought it from, and I'll put a link in the description for them. If you've got any questions on how to install this or on another car, I'll try and help as much as I can. Like I said, I've only installed this on my Polo, but I'll try and help where I can. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same for Audi as well. I'll put a link, like I say, to in the description to the website, and on there they tell you all the vehicles that it will fit and that it's compatible with, and also the radios in there, and also they put a little picture that you should have on the top of the stereo, basically, which gives you a diagram of the pins that it's compatible with. There's one that it is and one that it isn't, so if you just check that before you buy it, it'll be fine. This was dead easy to do, and it's well worth it. Thank you. That's it for my first video. What I'll be doing is, I plan on doing maybe one a month if I can. Obviously, if I've got more, then I'll upload more. I've got a project at the minute which is going to be my main focus on here. I'm quite excited to show you that. It's a classic. It's going to be good. So I shall see you in the next video. I appreciate any feedback, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I should do differently. Kind of new to this whole thing, so like, subscribe and all that kind of thing. I'll see you soon.